think you've won?
I think I've got my eye back.
Yet, still, you are blind.
If you hadn't noticed, I just saved the world, yourself included.
As we knew you would, as it had to be.
Now I remember why I left the Keepers.
And I remember why we let you go.
What do you want from me? Have you come to congratulate me? Welcome me back to the fold?
Very well. I will speak my piece plainly. You have accomplished that which was written, and yes, you've done it well. But there is no place for you with us any longer. Yet you will have a great need of us, and soon.
I don't think so. I'm through with heroics. And with your kind as well.
You cannot run from life as you did from us, Garrett. Life has a way of finding you, no matter how artistic a sneak you are. Listen, there is a book that you were not made aware of. I am here to tell you that it would be wise for you to read it now, if you can still read hieroglyphs.
I do try to forget, but you Keepers leave them everywhere for me.
Yes, you have more friends than you know.
Tell my friends that I don't need their secret book, or their glyph warnings, or their messengers. Tell them I'm through. Tell them it's over. Tell them Garrett is done.
I will tell them this. Nothing has changed. All is as it was written. The trickster is dead. Beware the dawn of the Metal Age.
And that's Thief Gold. A very, very influential game. The style used in Thief Project's stealth system, the fact that it was kind of a pioneer sneaking game, it has huge influence across many, many genres, and it's just an amazing, historic game. And in my opinion, it's not so old that you can't get into it. I think that the graphics aren't there are some games, in my opinion, where it's difficult kind of get into it. Like, I once tried getting into Command & Conquer, the very first one, and the very, very small user interface and kind of the inflexibility of it just kind of put me off to it. And there are some other games like that that are older, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're still classic. I'm sure that a lot of people still go back and play them, and they're still great. But to me, they're tough to get into just because of their age. And in my opinion, Thief is not one of those kinds of games. I think that, especially now with the 1.19 patch that makes it so much easier, pretty much anyone could get into this game. And aside from the fact that the graphics are, you know, they're not that great. And yeah, as Finn and I have pointed out in our Let's Play, there are problems here, there are problems there, and whatever. The core mechanics, the core gameplay is still solid. There's not really any huge inconveniences that make it unpleasant to play. There are some old games that just have bad gameplay choices that were the staple of the time, but they just have been worked past these days. But I don't think that's the case in Thief, with the possible exception of those last few levels, which are a lot of annoying running around with a lot of enemies through a maze, trying to find your way and trying to maybe locate something that's hidden, that there's no clue where it is, and that's really annoying, and but aside from that, I think that Thief Project is an amazing game, although personally I prefer the sequel Thief 2 even more. So if Fenn and I get around to Let's Playing that, I'll probably be even more enthusiastic than I ever was in this one, because I really, really love that game. I played that game long before I ever played this one. So yeah, thank you for having watched this, and I hope that you enjoyed as much as humanly possible. But yeah, the people who worked in this just did an amazing job, and it's interesting because this game was going to be a running around hitting people with swords game called, I believe, Dark Camelot. But they realized, as you saw through my fighting in the game, that the fighting system kind of sucked. I mean, you could just circle strafe an enemy and smack him down, no problem. But instead of just letting that hold the game back, they remade the game so it's all about avoiding fighting, and it was just really, really brilliant. And thus, Thief the Art Project was born, and soon later, the somewhat bastardized version, Thief Gold, came out, which, in my opinion, kind of mixed feelings, not that great. I prefer the original, with the exception of Song of the Caverns. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.